All right, Chatatrons, Chatasaurus Rexes, Chat Juniors, and this, that, of the third. It's time for your voice to be heard. I'ma have my friends' hot takes go first, because, you know, family first. You get your family killed. Y'all gonna hear my friends' takes. Then after that, we gonna read all of yours, man. I'ma keep identities, because some of you know them, some of you don't. They did tell me who to stamp, so I don't want any bias. I'ma just want y'all to agree or disagree on this. First take, quote, I feel like I don't have any wild hot takes right now at the moment, but I guess I still have the take that LaMelo nor Ant will ever be top 10 players at any point in their career. LaMelo Ball nor Anthony Edwards will be top 10 in their career. I'm seeing fiction as fuck. Ant got that shit, he tripping. Facts. I can see it. Facts. Cap. Ant will be top 10. Not a lot of people going for LaMelo. That's tough. Ant will, Melo won't. I actually agree with that notion. I think Anthony Edwards definitely will be. I don't know about Melo. For some of you, this is a scorcher. For most of you, this is pretty cold. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can and still work together. So there will never be a point in time where they should be separated. That's the take, essentially. But they can and still work together. No, false. They can still work together, chat? Maybe eventually, but not now. They won't win. I've heard worse. Tatum just don't got that dog. If Celtics lose, JB leaving. Someone gonna piss JB off. I'm tired of this shit. Cut both. Nah, yeah. Very mixed reviews on both of these takes. The Anthony Edwards take was my boy Easy from the WWE series. The Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum take was my boy Triz. I think he's been in a couple hit for hits. He was definitely in the Hood Nigga 2K video. Next take. I think Wembanyama has a very high bust potential. Just straight up. Just insanely high bust potential. Wemby gonna bust or no? Wemby gonna bust or no? Pause if needed. Facts. I see it. Facts. I low-key see it. Okay. That was easy as well. So easy's 101. Next take. This is not my take, because y'all are gonna swear this was me. Oh, and I think Kawhi's 19 run, and by extension his whole career, is highly, all caps, overrated. One bounce goes the other way in a game 7, or some knees move how they shouldn't have, and all that man has is the quote, I guarded LeBron award. Facts or fiction? Facts. Disagree. Talk to him. Facts. Huge cap. Facts as fuck. Facts. Facts. W take. 2019 was like that. Huge cap. I don't know. Facts. Kind of agree. It's impressive. Helped his legacy. Snapple tough facts. Okay, to give my take on the recent three, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I actually do agree with them. It definitely can work. This is the first and second time that I feel they genuinely came into the season with the mindset that we are A, trying to win a championship, and B, that it is you two's team, that it is this duo's team. And first time finals, second time this is a not the deepest playoff run, but I mean it's been a solid playoff run. Granted, some disappointing play in this series as well, to be fair. So I would say it can work. It's just a matter of what pieces need to be added. For example, Al Horford, 0-7, great defender, but an 0-7 center is never a good thing. I don't care like if we seen Dylan Brooks play good. Yeah, he's a guard. Like he can't make shots, he can't get rim pressure. So be it. An 0-7 center is crazy. Wembanyama high bust potential, yes, but I don't think he will. But obviously he does. I don't think that's even a hot take. Kawhi's 2019 run being overrated. His 19 run being overrated, a smidge. And I know that's probably shocking to you guys because I go on Kawhi 24/7. His 19 run specifically, a smidge overrated. Not too much. I do think people forget, 1, Kevin Durant's healthy ball game. 2, Stephen Curry just truly at that moment in time, and I don't know how it got erased, but at that moment in time when we were watching these games, when we were watching the 2019 finals, Stephen Curry looked like the best player with nobody around him. Like, it just did. And I remember that vividly. You're going to say I'm lying in 2023, but I remember that vividly because for a fact, I know people were talking about, oh, well, welcome to LeBron's world. Welcome to LeBron's world. What does LeBron's world imply? That you're the best player on the court, but high key, you have nobody around you. That was the whole thing. So I don't know how that sentiment got lost. It just did. But 100% everybody was literally watching the series, and the second the championship was raised, brain neutral. But everybody was like, okay, Curry's the best player, but he has nobody out here. Welcome to LeBron's world. Like that's literally what the shit was. But the second Kawhi got the ring, everybody just Control deleted. He's the best player, all that other shit. So I always say a smidge, but obviously Kawhi was at worst a top 3 player in 2019. He had a hell of a run regardless of luck. There's luck in every playoffs, and I can't take that away from him. His career being overrated, I definitely can. I definitely see that 100%. Giannis won't win another ring in his entire career. Thoughts? Giannis Antetokounmpo won't win a ring for the rest of his career. Seeing hella cap, a couple of facts, smidge of you're an idiot / dumbasses. For the most part, people do disagree. Actually, the facts are starting to pour in. What the fuck? My personal opinion, if the front office continuously makes the same style of team, no. I actually can somewhat see that. But if Giannis takes his team in a different direction, if he either A, expands his own game, which he does need to do, because you see players like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James even expanding their game, so there's no excuse for Giannis to just accept where he is. If he expands his game, or B, the Bucks stop trying to hold on to pieces and ideologies that worked for them. Granted, it worked as recent as 2021, but they've been trying to drag a mindset since 2016 and got it once essentially. They need to say, okay, what is another system that can work around Giannis? Not on LeBron playmaker shit, not ignore obvious shit, but how about get some athletes around Giannis? How about Giannis on a team where everybody can run, everybody can defend, and the motherfuckers that he's kicking out to can shoot the ball? How about that? Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like type shit. Like, try some different shit, because clearly teams are figuring out the Giannis thing. As cringe as it sounds, the casuals to a smidget of a degree, because 0-6 in overtime is 0-6 in overtime. Obviously, the Nets could have packed them up. They got packed up by the Heat this year. They got packed up by the Celtics last year. Teams are adjusting to it. Teams that like people look on paper and like, oh yeah, they ain't got nothing to stop Giannis, are finding a way to contain Giannis or minimize what he's doing. So next take, that was from D-Lo, by the way. Okay, this is a niche one. I don't even know, so I'm gonna let chat have this and then move on. Niggas that went to private school and were ranked high young never live up to the hype. Examples: Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Jalen Green. So if you go to private school and you're ranked high, you suck, is his take. I wouldn't know ball because I don't know where niggas come from. So I'm gonna just let chat cook. Shout out my boy Dre. You guys have never seen him on the channel. For the most part, Dre, they're saying you're spitting. A couple people saying you're lying, though. Coach Eric Spoelstra is a top 5 coach of all time. Not my take, his take. And is he spitting or no? Facts. Facts. No. Facts. Might be. Damn. Facts. Spitting. Facts. Cap. W. Gok. Spice. Spicy. Facts. Facts. Might be, to be honest. I have the idea that if he is in the top 5, he's definitely 5. But I'm not snarling at that. I'm really not, actually. Maybe there's 5 coach I'm not thinking of. I know Pop. I know how much of a weirdo he can be, but Phil, give him credit where it's due regardless. Doc Rivers, you fucking suck. I'm thinking of modern era coaches. Who are some coaches I really fuck with, bruh? I don't have coach names to memory like that. But I know he's not in like the 3. There's obvious names I'm forgetting. Pat Riley, yeah, Pat. I'ma say Kerr. Yeah, if Kerr in the conversation, Spo in the conversation. Yeah, I'll fuck with that. I actually might just straight up agree with you. Lenko is the one that said that one. Because the only other names that come to mind are Mike Brown, as someone just mentioned. Yeah, it's really Phil, Pop, Pat, undisputed. If I'm overrating Pat Riley, go ahead, but I don't think I am. So then it's like, are you going to tell me that Spo is worse than Larry Brown and Steve Kerr and Don Nelson to a lesser degree? I'll probably let that rock. The next take was an inverse of a take we heard previously. I think he was just trolling my boy, but it is what it is. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum will never win a ring together. We're gonna speed run that, but Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown will never win a ring together. Someone else followed up and said, I agree, Brown is leaving the second his contract is up. Next take. This one is bound to piss people off one way or another. Carmelo Anthony is the most overrated player of all time. Facts or fiction? He didn't even explain it. He just said it and walked away. Cap. Facts. Fiction. Not the most. Top 5. Cap. Yes and no. All right, so Cap is definitely winning. Who is the most overrated then? If Cap is going to win like this, who is the most overrated? Stockton, Kawhi, Jordan, Stockton, Kobe, AI, Stockton. All of you have a consensus that it's John Stockton. To a degree, how overrated is he? But on the other hand, there's a lot of people that do just look at career totals and say John Stockton. So it is what it is. The NBA today is in a substantially worse place than it was 5 to 10 years ago. Is that facts or fiction? Cap. Damn, cap. Hell no, cap. Yes and no. Cap. I do 100% agree with chat. Blood's tripping. I don't see how. Like, even if we had to go with the literal sense of today versus 5 to 10 years playoffs, this playoff run clears the last decade easily in terms of stakes. It clearly does. You have older generation players going for it, newer generation players going for it. You have the drama, you have the narratives, you have unexpected teams, unexpected upsets. Like, for the love of God, we got 1 and 2 got knocked out. I don't see that at all. Parity is at an all-time high. People are kind of just having to have sped aneurysms at who's better than who, because ultimately you would think Luka is good enough to drag to the postseason, but unfortunately, I should say, Luka kind of just can't do it by himself and needed help. It's tough. It's actually tough. So to say it's the worst, let alone fell off right now, is definitely crazy to me. Like, who didn't have the Bucks going far and then they got knocked out the first round? I don't see that at all. That was from my boy Easy. De'Aaron Fox is exactly who people think Ja Morant is. Facts. Nah, oop. Facts. Maybe. Fox is definitely better. Fox is no, so no. I mean, Fox is better, so no, I read that wrong. Absolute facts. They're both mid. High-key facts. Exactly as a giant stretch. Kinda crazy. Ja still better. Fox underrated, but fuck no. All I'm gonna say is, I think at this point, it's a slight edge to Ja based off of what he's done, but I'm not gonna pretend like De'Aaron didn't show up. I'm not gonna pretend like being the most clutch player in basketball and then showcasing that in the postseason as well doesn't add up. He got eliminated not because he was trash, essentially. I don't know his exact stats in Game 7, but overall for that series, nobody would argue De'Aaron Fox was trash. He got eliminated to Curry saying, yeah, not this year. Led one of the best offensive teams statistically of all time. I think it literally was, actually. I don't know. But, you know, it clearly wasn't talent-wise, but in terms of statistics, it was. It's nothing Fox did this season that would make me de-rank him. It's more so of what he has yet to do. Ja Morant in his young career has technically accomplished more. Like, obviously, Ja hasn't made every clutch shot he's ever taken. But Ja Morant even entering these playoff series, whether it's against the Warriors or the Lakers, and just being a good three-point shooter, insane, because he's not a regularly good three-point shooter. But now let's get the TSO takes, man. And we were on my friend's takes for a while. Let's get to the TSO ones. This is where the NBA portion kind of just goes left, and it goes from NBA to whatever the fuck, but there's definitely still some NBA in there. TSO AJ says, quote, don't think we'll see another dynasty in the NBA. There's too much parity and talent nowadays for a team to win over and over again, especially with injuries. Hot take. I disagree with your hot take. I definitely think it's possible. I think it's about to happen, actually. It's just a matter of the young talent. I truly think if, for example, and I was talking about the young talent, I'm talking about the role players. If LeBron and AD, and I'm a Lakers fan, so that's why I'm getting them out the way first, but if LeBron and AD just don't fall off for like 3 years, if LeBron and AD are like good for 3 years, like the same exact way they are, maybe micro regression for 3 years, but you're telling me Vando gets better, Lonnie Walker gets better, Austin Reeves gets better, D'Lo gets better, all these other young talent, if your role players are young and they progressively get better, and you still have 2 top 10-ish guys, that can last. So I definitely think a dynasty can definitely happen in basketball. It's been a repeated pattern throughout history, but I see why you said that, though, because basketball is in a very good spot in terms of parity. The whole Dragon Ball series is a 6.5 at its peak. Let me be clear. And I see some of you guys gonna say facts or whatever because anime stan culture is anime stan culture. If you think Dragon Ball is 6.5, I truly don't care, okay? I cannot help you. If you think the anime sucks, fine, whatever. I've understood that great things cannot be great if there weren't naysayers saying it wasn't great. Like, there has to be a Skip Bayless for LeBron to truly show why he's great. There has to be a Shannon Sharp to show why Michael Jordan was truly great. SpongeBob can't be great if there ain't a motherfucker out there that's saying Phineas and Ferb crank harder. Or, like, Avatar's a better show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, greatness cannot exist if it's not compared to other greatness. However, this is where I talk about when everything, like mid-culture gets annoying. To argue that it has never had a single episode or moment that has been above a 6.5, I genuinely don't ask that you're lying. I'm not implying you're lying. I'm not implying that you don't like the show and you just wanted to piss me off. I'm not even implying that you just have some, what's it called? Have some, like, Goku hate boner. I just ask at this point, what do you watch? If you were to tell me that there is a show that is so good, that is so, and this is my problem with anime fans that I've realized, a show that is so good that there's never been an episode, there's never been a 30-minute sequence, there's never been a minute of the other series where it's like, okay, that's heat. Like I've watched Attack, like let's be blunt, and I know Keep It a Buckers think I've only watched three animes, right? I've seen, and granted I need to expand past shonen, so that's fine. But I've seen Attack on Titan, I've seen Hunter x Hunter. I think those are the two like really good fucking storytelling animes. If you disagree, I don't fucking know. Like, all right, you're a fucking boy genius. I've seen Attack on Titan, seen it twice. I'm not about to say there's never been an episode, like not one, where I'm like, okay, that episode's not better than Goku turning Super Saiyan. That episode's not better than Gohan turning, like, dog. And if it is, then what the fuck do you think of Attack on Titan? Because at that point, I think you're a dick sucker. Like, that's why I say the mid-culture shit is kind of ass, but I understand where it comes from. Because, like I just said, if you were to argue that, well, Sage, you're bugging, Attack on Titan truly is, like, episode 1 to whatever the fuck just cleans it. Like, that Dragon Ball never had an episode better. You understand how insane of a dick sucker you sound, bro? Like, I get it, you trying to distract, but, like, you sound like you really like Eren Yeager. Like, Mikasa, like Eren, like you love that nigga. Like, you sound insane. You sound insane. So that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. Being said, he didn't do nothing wrong. I stand with Eren Yeager regardless. So next take. I am not scared of Quaren Frogers as a New York Jet. I mean, you can post the stats without telling the full story. He didn't have wideouts. I think he even lost Robert. But I can say that I don't know what team you are. If you're a Bills fan, I wouldn't be scared. If you're a Dolphins fan, I'd be kind of scared. If you're a Patriots fan, you shouldn't be scared. You have nothing to deal with. So like you're not in this shit at all. So in general to the league, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets is a problem. Garrett Wilson. Yeah, what's that other nigga name? I forget the other receiver every fucking time. You getting Mekhi Becton back, or Beacon, however you say his name. Jets Ben had a good defense. Yeah, nah, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets gonna be a problem, 100%. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be him. It's 2023, gonna be 2024. He's not gonna be Brady-esque type shit, and I'm saying Brady-esque in terms of his prime, because obviously Tom Brady, like, come on, bro, it's 2024. Nah, it's nothing gonna be too crazy, but to just snarl at it like the Jets aren't gonna go from Zach Wilson to Aaron Rodgers is insane. Miami wins the whole thing. Nah. TVs are slowly dying out. More people watch shit on laptops, phones, and tablets, and projectors are getting more popular for when people host large TV events anyway. This is true if you're talking about cable. Televisions themselves as a device, no, everybody gets TVs. But if you're talking about cable, yeah, that's no shit. Giannis is the second best power forward of all time. He has more MVPs than Dirk and KG. He has more rings than Malone. He is more dominant than any other power forward. And his defense is more valuable because he can guard the perimeter and has speed for chase down blocks. He also arguably had the best finals performance coming off an injury, coming back from 2-0, winning 4 straight, and dropping 50 with 5 blocks to close out. To argue that he isn't a crazy thing, because ultimately power forward in general is a pretty mess spot to me, and that's crazy because technically Bozo's there, but I am going to discount his career. Get over it. He has a case. I don't really fuck with the MVP argument. And that's my hot take for today. I don't give a shit about MVPs. I can see why you say that, but I do disagree. But I can see why you could say that. Shinsuke Nakamura is one of the biggest wasted talents the WWE has ever seen. Bro's fights are entertaining as fuck, and he can wrestle for real. And he had a good run. But somewhere around 2021, WWE stopped caring about him, which sucks. I agree. I don't have anything further to say. I agree. Just objectively true. He came back, and he feels like a superstar yet again. Has one of the best themes in the game. I agree. Just nothing further to say. Pizza that tastes more like tomato sauce than cheese is automatically garbage. True. I don't need to debate it any further. I don't want tomato paste on bread. True. Like give me a pizza, my nigga. B Souls is hot take. Joel Embiid is who we thought AD would be. Nah. There's no other way I can say that. If the Lakers make it to the finals, whether they lose or not, this will be a top 5 Lakers season of all time just because of narratives. No, but like I say, the Lakers are not in a lose-lose no matter what, but top 5 all time just because Twitter told you to is insane. Curry is no longer top 5 right now if he loses this Lakers series because it proves he needed Kevin Wayne to beat LeBron. No. And this is kind of like with Stephen A ideology in reverse. This is I'm not even going to spend too much time for it because it's no. Put it this way. LeBron has been seen at worst 2 all time at this point. People that say 3 are pretty much rare. So LeBron is seen as a top 2 player of all time. He was in his prime when Steph Curry faced him, if not barely exiting it. I think all of us would agree he was in his prime. If Steph Curry has failed to be the greatest player of all time, or one of the greatest players of all time in terms of literally 1 or 2, and he was at best height dick suck, perceived better than drop below him, how would losing to number 1, at worst number 2, mean that you are now worse than 5? It just doesn't make sense. Like we gotta like, if we're gonna praise one, and this is what I was talking about with the anime thing earlier, this is what I was talking about with mid culture in general. The problem with mid culture is if we're going to praise one, we cannot then insanely nerf the other because it would not level out. You cannot say, oh yeah, LeBron is my GOAT, LeBron is top 2, but because Steph Curry can't beat the second greatest player who has ever touched a basketball, he is not even a top 5. That just does not make sense. That literally does not make sense. Like that's a fallacy, actually. Like that's not logic. Goldberg is one of the worst things to happen to wrestling, and I hope him and others, Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash, will stop getting involved with wrestling product. I don't think Goldberg is that good in the ring. I don't think he's one of the worst things that happen, but I don't think Goldberg is that good in the ring. I will agree with that. I don't think Goldberg is that good in the ring, but one of the worst things to happen to wrestling would be kind of crazy. He'd have to do a lot more than the damage he's potentially done in the modern era. To be honest, looks matter. They do. No matter what you're making him be, his role is he's going to be the same one-note character he has to win. You see one Rock movie, you've seen them all. I don't have a problem with this, though. You're not wrong. I just don't have a problem with it. There's some actors that 100% just need to be like, hey, you got Kevin Hart in the movie, Kevin Hart's gonna be Kevin Hart. You got The Rock in the movie, The Rock's gonna be The Rock. The shit's funny sometimes. Sometimes movies need that flatline satire of, hey, bro, this movie has The Rock in it, and you know exactly what that nigga's gonna say and do and how he's gonna say and do it. Kirk can win another 5 rings, and he still won't be better than LeBron. Just means he was drafted to a far more competent franchise. If Stephen Curry walked out of here with 9 championships, including the 2 that he just got back-to-back, he'd be better than LeBron James. Next topic. The take foul rule does not go far enough. NBA should adopt a variation of the advantage rule in soccer. Hell no. Dame is the most overrated playoff performer in the league. 40 from CJ to beat Denver in the second round. Then he gets outplayed by Steph by a mile in every game of his series, but Steph supposedly is the playoff choker. Also got swept by 16 in the first round by the Pelicans. The problem with this take is Damian Lillard was not at his best when all of this happened. So Dame, up to that point, I would agree with you. Problem is, post that, Damian Lillard has actually been pretty relatively good for the most part. Outside of, I think, us, funny enough. I think he struggled a bit with us. I don't think he's the most overrated. You could argue overrated, but most overrated, nah. Older generations are just as sensitive as current. True! Very true. WWE's USA audience has been quite trash, and they should do more European tours. Last night's Raw, I've been watching Raw and SmackDown in case I ever do a WWE reaction, and I'm going to do one this stream, actually. Last night's Raw was god-awful, and it was noticeable. In general, I think it's getting overhated. I don't think these audiences are that bad. Even Friday's SmackDown, I didn't pay attention to it, I ain't gonna lie. But I heard a couple of shit as I was drowning out to my sleep. They're not as bad as it's being portrayed, but my issue is if we were in Europe more consistently, those audience would at some point die off. But I don't think that that it's not a clear difference. It clearly is a difference. If they do the right move in the offseason and win the chip this year, the Suns could three-peat, or at the very least get 2 chips with Devin Booker and Kevin Wayne getting more experience together. Other than Bron, Curry, and maybe Giannis, no current players that will be in the top 10 convo all time. You say that, but truthfully, you have to wait until Bron, Curry, LeBron, KD, etc. leave. Then after that, they can build resumes off of the era that they are belonging in, and then we will have those opinions. It's easy to have this opinion while LeBron, Curry, KD, Bron, Giannis are actually doing shit that we've seen them do time and time again. But when it's when we wake up one day and Giannis is 35 and Ant's like 30, then we'll have that conversation. So I literally can't have an opinion on this take personally. No, it's gonna seem PC to you, but no. Also, Luka and Jokic. Dame and Steph would have the exact same careers if they swapped teams. Fuck no. You about to tell me that Dame handles LeBron, and especially if we go year to year. 2015 Dame ain't taking out LeBron James. I'll bar that right now. He ain't coming back out. Hell no. No, I don't even think Dame would say that. Booker is the best scorer in the NBA. He's playing like it, but I don't agree. He's definitely playing like it right now, though. I need consistency. Cartoons with plot are better than cartoons with random episodes. Duh. Gohan's high school arc is top 4 in the series. Nah. Lakers Celtics matched up in the finals. Tatum would be the best player on the court. Hell no. What? Goldberg is/was a better wrestler than Roman Reigns. Yeah, Yeah, these three, my boy, you're just trying to trigger me. This one, I feel like you're dead ass. These three, I know you're trying to trigger me. DBZ isn't better than One Piece or Naruto. I don't, that's fine, because Naruto is Naruto, One Piece is One Piece. I haven't seen One Piece, and Naruto is a great anime. But that's my problem. When someone says all three are mid, and I like Hunter x Hunter, it's like, you can like the show, but like you about to say all three of them are mid? All right, boy genius. That's what I'm gonna start doing now. Any motherfucker that says some like obvious great shit, like if I hear a SpongeBob is mid type shit, I'm gonna be like, all right, boy genius. My bad, bro. Everything wasn't the fucking last Airbender. Like at that point, we know what kind of fan you are. So it is. Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum. No. The Kings and the Cavs are destined for a first and second round exits unless they make some moves. Disagree. Luka needs a real big man down low to work best with him. I actually do think Luka needs a big. I think at this point, you've tried Luka with an elite guard. You've tried Luka with a bunch of players. Get Luka an elite guard. Get Luka an elite big, or at least a big that he can consistently lob the ball to, who is physical. Harden can win 2 rings and still not be on Wade's level. Depends how the rings are won. Mike Miller over Kyle Korver. I'm not debating that. KD has never been the best player in the world. I think I agree with this. SGA is the next MJ Kobe. He will at least be the 3rd greatest shooting guard of all time. Top 3 players in the world are Steph at 3, 80 at 2, and hasn't still is Giannis. Nah. If Steph does come back 3-1, he's better than LeBron. All time? No. Today? Okay. The best player in the NBA title won't belong to an American-born player for the next 2 decades. I'd be shocked. Watermelon is a bottom 3 fruit. Disagree. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm black. What are you gonna do about it, Matthew? Saying a shonen is mid to sound smart actually makes you sound dumb as hell. Wanna be connoisseur. Oh, wow. I 100% agree. True. And we're out of here. Yeah, stop calling everything fucking mid. It's played out. This is probably the longest hot takes video of all time. Not gonna do that well, but hopefully it's timeless. Y'all take care and stay blessed, but the stream will continue. Oh, and last thing. I gotta show y'all this, if you didn't see in the community tab. Goku video, since we talked about anime so much. Y'all were supposed to get it early. Nigga sold. See it in 2 weeks, bitch.